Hi, here it is, the gold tier, the low-end insane demon tier of the GDDP, which means it will be polarizing. Strap yourselves in, otherwise you'll be blown away. Important question, what other level would ever, and I really mean ever, been the intro pick for the gold tier? Like, come on, just give me one level that could replace Windy Landscape. You can't, don't worry, don't search. Especially not because it is as iconic as it is. This is an all-around lower-end insane demon with pretty much everything you can expect in an insane demon nowadays, minus the part where they should probably prepare you for shit like the Blood Room. I give this my seal of approval. I know, what a wacky hot take. Even the duels in this level are fun, come on. For such a hot take, I think I deserve a like and subscribe. I wouldn't give this level a 10 though. This sync-based insane demon is a bit of a whack choice, but I don't necessarily think it's a bad one. Similarly to the last tier, having a fast-paced synced demon early in the tier is not a bad call, because that just means people will get used to faster gameplay easier. It's not that straightforward and it's very input heavy at points, but it's enjoyable and unique in its subgenre, so I'll give this my seal of approval. Though I have heard some rumors of it causing psychosis. Heinz level, once again, he really does dominate these middle tiers in the GDDP. And rightfully so, mind you. I really don't have much to add at this point, because I've gushed about Heinz the last 2 episodes as well, but I think this might be his most popular level, which I can totally see why it is. It's a Heinz level, so I'll just keep this short. If you want my more in-depth opinion on Heinz levels, just check out the other episodes. This is a seal of approval as well, because of course it is. I mean, it succeeds in all 4 elements of game design. So this is a pretty classic level that has some sort of resurgence in popularity due to the GDDP. Fun to see. I can see why though, because it is like the only low-end insane demon that is not awful and has a swing copter. I mean, one of the other choices for this was Sponge, which I would not wish on my worst f***ing enemy. Besides that, it's pretty decent though, a bit bland in the gameplay department at times. The theme is cool and all, but I will admit that it does look a bit basic here and there. Of course, it's a 1.9 level, so I'll cut it some slack. Due to this having swing copter as well, I will give this my seal of approval. Though this really does sound like a boss fight or an area in an RPG. Similarly to Horntail Cave. Putting a 2-player level in the GDDP is a choice, I guess. I would not say it's a good choice, but bonus points for the ballsy attempt. Playing this alone makes it very annoying, with just the ending being a 2-player part, which makes this feel very weird to play from zero, and especially unbalanced. I don't think this is a good choice to be here really, but at least it's a cool attempt. I just don't know if it's a good idea to learn people how to be ambidextrous through GD. I give this my seal of removal, mostly for the sake of your mental health having to play this from zero for 4 days just to die to the end 17 times. I would put Colorful Overnight here instead, which I was actually decently surprised isn't in here yet. It's a well-polished 1.9 level with the same balancing, but it's not 2-player and it's a Woogie level, so it's kinda epic. This level kinda pulls me through the aether. This is the 9 circles pick for the first half of the gold tier, and I can't say I'm a big fan. It's just so choke point heavy and weirdly built, but at least it looks kinda cool. It's mostly the choke points I have an issue with though. They are so bad that they kinda ruin the level for me personally. I give this my seal of removal and I'd place 9 paws here instead. There's probably a better choice out there, but I haven't beaten many insane demon 9 circles levels, and I think this level is pretty decent, so yeah. Next, EXG. Because I couldn't find a good transition into it. Grax level, so it automatically looks great. Gameplay wise, this feels like a Grax level once again, meaning it's a bit wacky but controlled at the same time. I don't have much to say about the gameplay though, so I just like to say that it's weird as hell. I'll give this my seal of approval, because for a cool and unique pick in the GDDP, I think this functions. Especially the parts that look like they are infrared. Another 1.9 classic, and it doesn't work on 360 FPS. And take a wild, blind, totally random guess whose part it is that doesn't work. Like, if the level doesn't work, I cannot give it a seal of approval, even if I would have liked the level, which, spoiler alert, I don't even think this level is very interesting. But just because of the bug, I will have to give this my seal of removal, considering that 360 FPS is the community standard at this point and is even advertised as something you can use on the GDDP site. Yeah, I get it, this is a Truster collab, but still, if it doesn't work, it shouldn't be here. Or it should be bug fixed. Preferably that one, actually. actually. I would place Ultra Chromatic here instead though, because that is like the second best level in the entire game. But don't underestimate it, because it is definitely not a free level. Heather Hayes returns again after making White Women. This time he makes a wacky memory level that I've never liked. Yeah, I'm not going to hide that I don't like this level that much. I think it doesn't even look that good. The gameplay feels very awkward to me, and the entire level just doesn't look great once again. And like, come on, this is like the peak memory range of levels. Why did you pick this one? Yeah, I will give this my seal of approval. I don't know what to place here because I have a couple of great choices. You could place Fakedoom, Puzzle Trials, or even Zero Kabi here if you really felt like it. All of which I think have impacted the game enough to be here and also are pretty cool to play. I think all of these also do a better job of introducing what memory is like in this difficulty range. Plus, it gives me an excuse to mention Fakedoom in a GDDP episode, which is at least 30 times more interesting than playing Acropolis from zero. There is really no avoiding this one for the GDDP gold tier, but that doesn't mean it's well balanced. Of course, this is a timing level that gets easier as it goes. The claustrophobic vibe is really one of a kind, but the gameplay cannot be overlooked. The atmosphere is so intense and the level is so iconic that I just will look over the gameplay for once. I know that is a very unlike me thing to do, but this level really does deserve to be in this tier, just for historical value alone. I give this my seal of approval, but you could also beat a different timing level instead of this one. I just think this should 100% be here. Still though, it is not a necessity to begin your GD career with, especially not compared to Interstellar Infant, for example. This is the second all-round insane demon, but this time it has fast-ass gameplay. The most important thing for the GDDP is to have a good bit of everything to really train you to harder gameplay types later on, and I think this really does it well. It's a more fast and accessible take on the very, very high-end gameplay. The waves in this level especially are ridiculously fun and satisfying to pull off. Though this UFO does suck balls, I think this level is pretty fantastic, which leads me to giving it a seal of approval. On top of that, this is a high refresh rate focused level that isn't magma bound. Look, it's like one of the best levels ever made. Does it play well? Well, to me it does. I love this level. The animations and charm of this level bring it to just another level compared to anything else in the game, really. The Sparta skin gives some people trouble, but look at this guy in the background. He is so awesome that it completely removes any negatives about the gameplay. I'll give this my seal of approval. Such a banger level. It makes me want to jump into a volcano and do something along the lines of hyperiotechnia, which is probably a cold cry. This is a Laser Blitz style level that really feels like Laser Blitz at home for a lot of it. Thankfully, it is decently competently made, but there are parts that feel weird and a bit iffy. I get having this in here, but this doesn't feel nearly as necessary as most of the other levels in this tier. I do like it though, and it's one of those, you know what, why not picks. I'll give this my seal of approval, though I could see this getting replaced. Hey, that was pretty good. Of course it wasn't as strong as the silver tier, but it's still a very solid tier so far. Does the second half of this tier hold up to the first half? Well, that's for next time.